Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us on WAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber Television and watching us on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Don't forget to get on there and subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. Keep on keeping on, folks. Doing a good job. We all appreciate it very much. And it has might as well shoot for 2,000 subscribers. I mean, why not? I mean, it's above 1,000 now. I don't know for sure the number, but it's growing. It is growing. So thank you guys for supporting us on there. You can watch all of our episodes on the YouTube channel anytime. They're on there as long as all the original shows on BTC Fiber TV. Well, how you doing, Pawpaw?
Well, for an old man, I'm doing pretty good.
Fire to Midland. I ain't gonna never let you down on that. That's the first time I'd ever heard it when you said it.
Joel Stanford never had heard it before.
I definitely hadn't.
I thought
Fire to Midland.
Fire to Midland. That's old time stuff.
It really is,
That's
isn't
old
it?
timer stuff.
Well, it's kind of gloomy outside, though, isn't it?
Not as bad as they said it would be. My pastor said it'll start raining at 10 this morning. It did not.
Oh, well, okay.
Just been drizzling a little off and on.
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad.
No sunshine.
No sunshine, though. That's the
But still,
depressing part, folks.
I think it's between 75 and 80.
Yeah, it's still plenty warm. Oh, yeah. It's still warm. Just the sun that made its way out today. I don't much think it's going to at this point, do you?
I don't think so either.
Well, we got a lot of folks, got some birthdays that have passed and got some coming up, Pawpaw.
The more birthdays you have, the longer you live.
Well, I've already had my Albertology wisdom already. Well, we want to wish a happy birthday to the following people. Like I said, some have already had the birthdays, and we got plenty upcoming. So we'll kick it off. We'll say happy belated birthday to Benjamin Lloyd and Patsy Kelly. So happy belated birthday, and also happy birthday to the following people. Some of them have already had the birthday, and a lot of them are upcoming. So happy birthday, Jeff Simmons is on the 10th, Jen Allison on the 11th, Matt Deboard the 11th, Deborah Brock the 11th, Madison Evans the 12th, Mason Angel the 12th, Ginger Mills the 12th, Regina Tabor, that's Coach Tabor's wife, isn't it? Happy birthday, Regina. Hers is the 13th. So the 12th is today, isn't it? Yeah. So we had a few today. Regina's will be tomorrow, along with Garrett Tharp. Caleb Scarborough, Papa's second favorite grandson. His birthday is going to be on the 14th. All right, Caleb, your birthday's Sunday. Happy birthday, Caleb. Vicky Campbell is also on the 14th. Holly Smith on the 15th. That'll be on Monday. Along with, Laura Smith is on the 16th. That's Udi, isn't it? She used to be my teacher.
Yeah.
Hers is on the 16th. Happy birthday. And also happy birthday to Jerry Smith and Radonna Dyer. Theirs is also on the 16th, which is on that Tuesday. So, a lot of birthdays there. But, hope all y'all that have already had a birthday had a great birthday. It's upcoming. Hope you have a great birthday, folks. And let's see here, Pawpaw. I've got all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, I'll read that now. They brought me the Spanish version. I'm good, but I ain't that good. But anyway, we do have a big event that is coming up. It's going to be June the 3rd through the 12th. It's called Innovative Readiness Training, Healthy Tennesseans. Military personnel will offer vision, dental, mental health, and basic medical services to the public at no cost. That's big, folks. To patients, no income or residency requirements. Ages 3 and up. Ages 3 and up. Patients will be treated on a first come, first served basis. No ID will be required. So let's see what we got here. Vision, mental health, medical and wellness, dental.
Cover that Healthy Tennesseans Facebook.
Yeah, they have a Facebook page. It's called Healthy Tennesseans, and you can really get the lowdown on everything there, folks. I will tell you the hours of operation will be on Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Monday through Friday it'll be from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. This is all going to take place at the Bledsoe County High School. And like I said, it's 9 days, June 3rd to the 12th, so that's a big event.
That's 10 days.
So 10 days. I don't think that's ever been done here. I know it hasn't.
Well, I'd say there'd be a big crowd there because of the gamut you'd have to run, not just dental, but other aspects of your body too.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot of services offered for free. So, yeah, folks, you need to take advantage of that.
I know when
kind of crazy if you don't. Really,
when Dr. Lee had the service down here,
that's a yearly thing.
That's just for dental.
Yeah, and that's included in this.
But can you imagine all these different aspects?
No, that's a lot.
But there's going to be
a very good thing.
150 military personnel to handle it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That really is. So, yeah, we'll be talking more about that for sure, folks, in the coming weeks. June 3rd through the 12th, though. And we'll tease you a little bit. Need to save the date for Saturday, October the 7th. That'll be the next Pottsville Fall Festival. We always film for those, so we'll be there for that. Let's see what it's going to be like this year. They'll have food, games, music, prizes. The Kid Zone with Bouncy House will return. The Glow Run. That's one of the best parts of it, I feel like. The Glow Run. It's really cool to look at. Those lights. That's an amazing thing to see. If you have not seen that, folks, you should definitely check that out. They're also going to have a Miss Pottsville Fall Festival pageant, which they've not done that before, have they, Ethan? The pageant for the Fall Festival, that's something new. So they're going to do that. And to register for the Miss Pottsville Fall Festival, you go to pottsvillefallfestival.com. Of course, that's where you'll find all the information about the Fall Festival. There'll be a bicycle giveaway, cornhole tournaments, food trucks, aplenty. They always got some good food. The kids will have their train ride back. The cruise-in also will take place. That's a good idea. So that means, and I would say more than likely the farmers market will be open that day. I would say they will be. Some of the entertainers, let's see, we got Chris Hennessy. He's going to be a headliner for one of the nights. I'm trying to see. I don't know if they have this. I guess they don't have the schedule completed, but some of the other entertainers besides Chris Hennessy will be the Joe Blaylock Band. Carrie Cagle-Hassler will be performing, and the Last Band will be performing. What a name. The Last Band.
I bet you they'll be last.
they might be. So, Chris Hennessy's a good headliner, though, so good job, organizers. Once again, though, we'll have plenty to tell you about this in the coming months. It's Saturday, October the 7th. So save the date. That is when the Fall Festival will take place right here in downtown Pottsville. All right, Papa, let's hear your big one announcement.
We're going to have a country breakfast out at the Mountain Crest Fire Hall. Not tomorrow, but next Saturday.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot to tell the one tomorrow. You go ahead, and then I'll tell.
This breakfast will be served beginning at 6 a.m. in the morning until 10. So you have plenty of opportunities to fill your belly.
Yes.
Here's the menu that you may fill your belly with. Bacon and sausage, eggs and hash browns, biscuits and gravy, or jelly to go with your biscuit. And then you'll have butter to go on that biscuit to make that jelly taste better. You'll have coffee and milk to drink and orange juice.
And orange juice.
The cost is $8, but bear in mind this goes to the Mountain Crest Fire Department.
That's right.
And so they want you to come out, and if you can't stay there and eat, take it home with you. But be sure and come Saturday, May the 20th.
Yeah, be there, be square, folks.
Be there and be square. Good deal.
Yeah, that is a good deal. And I forgot to tell you guys that tomorrow will be the Veterans Breakfast. I think it starts at 7 in the morning. And it's, who's it sponsored by again?
Putnam Reed.
Putnam Reed's going to sponsor tomorrow's breakfast. So tomorrow you can get breakfast at the Veterans Hall. Just it's at 7 o'clock, not 6. But really good food, and they have plenty to eat there.
Do they just take donations?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what the recommended price is that they say.
I don't think there is a recommended.
I think it's just donations. You're right. I believe so. But you need to make them. Like, obviously, that's once again, that's volunteers that had to pay for these things somehow.
I remember we did a benefit breakfast for Carolyn when she was sick.
Yeah.
And one of the kids from school came to me the next day and said, Albert, I want you to know that I not only went through the line one time to buy breakfast, I went and I had breakfast twice. Can you believe that?
That's funny.
He ate breakfast twice so he could give me that much money.
I like that. That's funny.
It was sweet.
And very nice.
Very
Absolutely. Sweet. Yeah. Well, I guess it's that time, Papa, for your famous, or I don't know, maybe infamous. Trivia.
Okay. You should get some of these, not all of them, but the Roman emperor that fiddled while Rome burned. What was
a Roman emperor was fiddling while Rome burned?
He blamed
it on give a crap, apparently.
He blamed it on the Christians, but he did it himself.
Oh, okay.
4 letters. Starts with an N.
Oh.
You don't know.
I can't think of it. No, apparently
I
not.
thought you would know it. Nero.
Dang it.
Emperor Nero.
Yeah. I mean, now that you say it, I do.
Okay, if you want to catch some Z's, a short one, what are you going to take?
You need to take a nap.
Take a nap. I can do that right now.
I could too, yes. I'm tired. I think it's this weather.
And the kids had a game they played, but it was not necessarily a game. It was instructional too, and it was called blank a sketch. And you could erase it after you drew it. But you did it on a screen. Blank a sketch.
Blank.
And the first word rhymed with catch. K-E-T-C-H.
It rhymes with that?
Yeah.
So is it called Catch a Sketch?
No, but it's called...
Well, I don't know
but
this one.
Your drawing...
I mean, it reminds me of...
what do...
like win, lose, or draw, and...
you're drawing a picture
Pictionary
on that screen, and then if you don't like it, you erase it off. But whenever the monument men put Albert's name on there when I die, I mean not my name, my date, they have what do they do in that stone?
Oh gosh, I don't. This is gonna make me mad too. Dang it! I know it. I can't think of it.
Etch. Etch a catch. Kids played that. You didn't know. You didn't know it either. You did.
Yeah.
Etch a sketch.
Etch a sketch.
Dang it.
Okay. The time period for adolescence. How do you define that time period in a kid's development? Adolescence.
Adolescence.
What is it called?
puberty.
Well, it's called
Teenage years.
teenage.
Yeah.
Teenage.
Yeah.
Adolescence.
Yeah.
Some of
Feel
us,
invincible in those years.
some of us never grow out of it.
Yeah. That's very true.
A very popular brand of dog food, just 4 letters. You can buy it in a can or you can buy it dry. Popular brand of dog food.
Dang it.
Probably the most popular dog food.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not going to get it, so let's make it even
4
worse.
letters.
I think I do need a nap today.
It starts with an A.
Alpo?
Alpo.
Oh, finally.
Don't you think that's one of the
Yeah,
most...
definitely.
At Halloween, when kids come to your door to trick or treat, what is the greeting they give you? Ghost. What do they give you?
Oh, ghost. What they give you? Boo.
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 That's their greeting. That's their greeting. What month do we celebrate Easter in?
Is that a trick question? Because I think it might be. I mean, it's usually in March, but sometimes it's in April, or it's usually in April, sometimes March.
April, I think, is the number one time.
Yeah, it's usually in April, yeah.
Okay. What was the forbidden fruit that Eve was told not to eat in the Garden of Eden?
Apple.
We think it was an apple, but it does not say in the Bible. God
Fruit.
said, God just said, but in the Middle East, you know what they think that fruit was? A banana.
Oh, really?
But the Bible
They
does
don't
not
really,
say.
it doesn't specify.
The Bible does not
Okay.
say.
So it could be any type of fruit she ate, right?
The thing that is so important about the story, the account of the eating the forbidden fruit, was God said don't do it, and they did.
They both did, didn't they?
Now let me
Well, how
ask,
come Eve is on? Why does Eve get the blame for it, not Adam? If they
the
both done
Bible
it?
says Eve was in the transgression first.
Oh, okay, she done it first.
The
Right.
weaker sex.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to women. The weaker sex is the woman, not the man.
So she done it first, though.
Yeah. Why did Satan tempt her first?
Right.
He knew she would yield.
And she did.
But why do you think Adam?
But that-
why do
yeah.
you think Adam took a bite of that fruit after she did?
Because she did.
Why did he do it after she
I
did?
don't know, really. I don't. But that's
She was his wife.
right.
God married them.
Mm-hmm.
I say this is pure aberrology. Don't tell me.
Oh,
Don't tell anybody
okay.
the Bible said this. But I believe the reason he chose to eat the fruit after she did, God said, "The day that you eat that fruit, you will surely die."
Wow.
I think that he did it because he loved her.
Oh, well, that's possible too.
That's
If that's the case, and God would have been proud of him and probably reward him for that at some
no,
point.
they both had to leave the garden.
Well, yeah.
They both had
True.
to leave the garden.
Well, Adam had to know that was going to happen anyway, if he ate it. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, that one is.
But you know, they did not die physically,
Right.
but death was passed on the physical aspect of humanity.
Because of them.
Hebrews 9:27 says, "And as it is appointed unto man once to die." We cannot escape that reality.
So where did they go?
They had to go outside into the world. They had to work with weeds and thorns the rest of their life. In the Garden of Eden, they didn't have thorns and weeds.
Right. It's kind of like heaven on earth where they were.
They were in the Garden of Eden,
Mm-hmm.
paradise.
Exactly. Wow. And,
Beautiful place.
yeah.
When they were put out of the Garden of Eden, there was an angel with a flaming sword set there to guard the tree of life, because God did not want them to partake of the tree of life after they had taken of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because then they would live forever in that state.
Oh, yeah. Well, that totally makes sense.
So he put them out of the garden.
Yeah. He didn't want it to be worse than it already was.
And when you get
Sounds
to
to
Genesis,
me like-
that's in Genesis chapter 3. When you get to chapter 6, God says, every thought and every imagination from man's heart is evil continually, I'm going to destroy all that I've created. And so Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was part of the first world, but God destroyed that first world with water. Noah was part of the second world that God created after the world was destroyed by water.
Because that's where Noah's Ark comes into play.
All right, Noah lived in two worlds, the world before the flood and the world after the flood. But he lived to go into a third world.
Yeah, that is wild, isn't it?
Part of three worlds.
Wow. Yeah, I've never thought about that for old Noah. You know, every time you think of Noah, you just think of the ark. You know, that's what everybody thinks of. But that's the story behind it.
Do you know how big that ark was?
Well, I can't remember now, but it had to be pretty dang big.
450 feet long, 75 feet wide, 45 feet high.
Dang. With animals and everything in it.
And hold all the animals.
Man. Well, at least I got the question right. It was fruit, folks. It could be any type of fruit. Yeah. Because we don't know for sure.
No certain kind of fruit.
Okay. Was that the last trivia question?
That's all the trivia.
Well, I guess I'll give myself 80 today.
75 is passing.
Exactly. Well, coming up after the break, folks. Well, have you got this?
I've got some
sponsor list.
I've got the sponsor list right there.
I'll do that first. And then we'll go to our commercial break. But first, I want to thank the following businesses for sponsoring the Albert and Billy Show. Here they are: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, Nickel Row Antiques, and along with that, they got a new one too, Spring Street Antiques. Literally just right up here, right by one of our other sponsors, Morgan Brothers and the Brewery. That's all on Spring Street. Also, thank you to State Farm Insurance, Milldam Outdoor Adventures, It's Lola's, Collier & Company Realty, Lee Station Baptist Church, Mr. Bill Wolf, Southern Pearl Florist Home Decor and Gifts. I've mastered it. The Daily Stop, thank you. And let's make sure I didn't pass any up. I said Farm Bureau, didn't I? And and I said Morgan Brothers already, and the brewery, but also and the venue, but also the family restaurant is now
serving breakfast.
And they serve breakfast only, folks, and it's really good. I ate there this morning, actually. If you go there, you got to try their waffles. Dang, they're so good, Papa. Big waffles, and they are good. So check it out. They have breakfast every day at the family restaurant. So now we'll go to a commercial, but coming up after the commercial break, we'll have some sports of all sorts, Albertology, along with some jokes, of course. Always end it with that. That's all coming up after the break. Stay tuned, folks.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WAT Radio and Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV. And check us out on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. And now it's time for some sports. And you know, I don't even know if the Celtics won last night.
Yeah, they won.
Oh, good.
They're still in it.
They needed to.
Let me tell you, Tatum was doing nothing.
Really?
In the fourth quarter, he scored 16 points.
Oh, wow.
He
Well, he picked
fired-
the right time.
He fired four
Three-pointers.
three-pointers in
That's
the fourth
good.
quarter.
I completely forgot about that game. So, are they tied now?
95, 2-2.
Okay.
No, let's see. No, that was the other one.
Might be 3-3 on that one.
I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Celtics won 95-86.
Okay, good deal.
But our softball team, Lady Warriors,
Yeah, they're
Did-
doing it now.
they won the regular season championship.
Yes, and I can add to that, they won the district tournament last night. Championship.
They beat Florida last night.
Yeah, they beat Squatch County last night.
Oh, you talking about the Lady Warriors?
Yeah.
I said Lady Vols.
Oh, I thought you was meaning Lady Warriors. My bad. Well, go Lady Warriors anyway. They
Yeah.
won the district championship last night.
That's something.
Yep, and so they'll be hosting the region, and they're undefeated. Ranked
Yeah,
number 2 in the
undefeated.
state, folks.
Our
Yeah, the
Lady
Lady
Warriors
Vols
softball
did.
entered the regular season without a loss.
Yeah, Lady Warriors, yeah. They've had a great season so far. Now, Lady Vols, what you are talking about, yeah, they won the SEC regular season, didn't they?
Yeah, they're good. They
Mhm.
won 41 games, and I don't remember how many they lost. But
Be nice to see them
they were
make a
rated
run.
number 4 in the nation.
Mm-hmm. That's high.
That's only the second championship they won in the regular season.
Really? That's surprising.
That was surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been crown. They've not won a crown since '07.
Wow. Maybe they've won the tournament a few times.
They won the tournament twice.
Okay.
They're 41-7. That's a regular season
That's
record.
a really good record.
Uh,
I'd like to see them go all the way, too.
wouldn't it be
Nice.
something?
Yeah, they've come so close.
They won in '07 and
Mhm.
and then 20. That's a long span of time. That's
That is.
16 years.
That is, and they've made some runs on the national tournament during that time.
We won the tournament in '06 and '11, so it's been a while since we've been there.
Dang, yeah.
But there's been some pretty good teams in the Southeastern Conference.
Yeah, they are loaded. That they are loaded in softball and as well. I've noticed that.
Golden State and the Warrior and the Lakers, they're having a knockdown drag out.
I figured they would. That's out in the West. What's that one looking like?
Well, the Lakers looks to me like they can wipe them out. Just one more win.
Dang.
The Kentucky Derby was run last Saturday.
Was it now?
Horse racing, and the jockey Javier Castellino had been on 16 horses trying to win the Kentucky Derby, and he finally won it.
Okay, first time winner. That's good to see.
That's good to see. There is a air of discrepancy going on around the Kentucky Derby. That's held at Churchill Downs every year, and that is the most famous race in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It just that was Saturday, lasted 2 minutes, 1 and 5700 seconds.
God,
That's
crazy.
And it's over, but women come to show off their hats.
Yeah.
And men come to sip the mint juleps.
For a 2-minute event though makes
2
it
minutes.
insane to me.
There's no telling how much money is bet on that one race. Okay. That was the 149th Run for the Roses is what they call it.
Wow.
149 years.
Man. Well, it's definitely the most famous horse race there is.
In Ashley Rogers won the softball game when the Tennessee clinched that, and she won 15 games and just lost one in the whole season.
Well, I think she needs to be the go-to then on the pitching.
I would think so. Emily Howe brought me a Sunday paper last Sunday.
Did she?
First time I've read a Sunday paper since last May. Last May. It's been a year. I found out my Dodgers were in first place. Sunday they were in first place by 1/2 game.
Well, I can tell you that anytime.
And the Braves are on top in the East by 6 games. That's as of last Sunday.
Oh, well, it'd be nice to see them, play for it again. That would be awesome to see.
All right. I got to see my Dodgers play baseball once on Sunday night.
Okay.
They played San Diego, and they were behind 2-1, and they tied it up in the 9th inning. And then they went ahead in the 10th inning and won 5-2, I believe was the final score.
Always feels good to win a game like that.
In the Paul Feinbaum show, Paul Feinbaum
That
had
show
this.
cracks me up.
He said if you had to win one SEC game
Okay.
and you could only choose one coach.
We talking about football?
No, this
Okay.
is football.
Okay.
If you could win one game and you had to hire a coach, past or present, which coach would you want to coach on your side of the field?
Wow, what a question.
These are the suggestions. General Robert Neyland,
Ooh, yeah, Tennessee.
Saban,
Yeah, boo.
Johnny Vaught. I got to meet Johnny Vaught one time. He was the coach at Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that the one that their stadium's named after?
Yes,
okay.
sir, Johnny Vaught.
Okay.
And Bear Bryant,
Oh, yeah, of course. I knew he'd be on there.
Joe Paterno,
Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah, definitely.
And Urban Meyer. He was
Yeah,
in Florida. He
Ohio
was at Ohio State now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was all of them.
Well, those are all very, very legendary coaches, so
Today at
go wrong.
10 o'clock, our Lady Vols is supposed to take on Florida, number 6.
in the SEC tournament, I'm
In the
assuming.
tournament.
Okay. So the conference tournaments are underway in softball.
They're underway. And tonight, it's the Lakers versus Golden State.
Okay. You can't be a Celtic fan and be root for the Lakers too. That just don't work at all. That's their arch rival.
If you were a Celtic fan last night, you would have been pleased.
I am pleased. I just can't believe I missed it. But I'm very glad that they won because I knew it was a must-win situation.
All right. Aberdollage.
Here's some good old Albertology for you folks.
First thing I want to
Enlighten me.
tell you, last Saturday, England had a coronation.
Oh, yeah.
First time since '53. That was the year Carol and I got married.
Guess so, yeah. I mean,
Last Wednesday, Carol and I celebrated our 70th
that is
anniversary.
weird.
70th.
Yeah. And that was just the other day, too, the coronation.
And the coronation was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Charles is 78 years old.
I didn't know how old he was, to be honest with you. I had no idea.
So it's King Charles III now. And Camilla was crowned queen. Camilla, she was crowned queen. And thousands and thousands of people lined the streets in a drizzling rain.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it, but hey, whatever floats their boat, you know.
They put on the dog.
I'm sure.
They put on the dog. Queen Elizabeth reigned from 1953 to this year.
Exactly. So that's why it's been so long since they've done that.
And she carried herself well.
He does. I'm sorry, he don't. He doesn't.
He does not.
He doesn't at all. He don't look even like he's a happy person or nothing. There's just something about him I don't like. There's something about him I don't like.
If you were living there, you'd have to like him.
I guess so.
All right. I want to talk to you about Elvis Presley. Do you remember
Elvis Presley? Well, I don't remember him, but he's so legendary, nobody has to remember him.
Your mother had a love affair with him.
Yeah, she loved him. Yeah.
And she loved his singing, second to none.
Now he does have a great voice, undeniable voice.
Have you ever wondered why he swiveled his hips?
No.
I'm going to tell you. In Memphis, Tennessee, the first time he ever performed public.
Yeah.
First time. He's scared to death.
I bet.
So what he's doing, he's scared to death and he's afraid he's going to pass out. Now this is according to Webb Pierce. Webb Pierce is a country singer.
Mm-hmm.
And he watched him. And he said that he got to swiveling his hips to keep from passing out.
Oh.
But he saw that it pleased the public, so he kept on doing it.
I would have never guessed that.
I
That's
would
wild.
never have either.
That's pretty good.
But he recorded his first recording in 1954
Okay.
in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, 'cause that's where he was from, correct?
Yep. All
That's
right.
where Graceland is.
Yes. His last concert was in 1977, and he died 2 months later.
Oh, I didn't realize
on
that.
August the 16th. And then the man that was the doctor that kept prescribing the pills,
Mm-hmm.
his name was Dr. Nick's what they call him. Dr. George Nicopolis was his name.
Oh, okay.
And the last 7 months of Elvis's life, he prescribed 5,300 pain pills.
Dang.
In
Good
7 months.
Lord.
So after Elvis died, they tried him because he was evidently
Had to have been.
he was taking advantage of his situation.
Yeah, big time.
But
big
he was
time.
acquitted.
Really?
He was acquitted.
Well, that jury was either corrupt or stupid.
Anyway, Elvis Presley was a very fine fella as far as humanity was concerned.
Yeah, the movie out about him, you know, I would like to see it. They say it's a very good movie.
I think his
talks
children,
about a lot of those things.
I think they're pleased with it.
They were, and sadly, Lisa Marie passed away not too long after the release. She did watch it, but she looked bad though in her last public appearance. So, but yes, that's just a sad situation too.
Of course, he went on to be a movie star and
Yeah, huge star.
Huge star. Isn't it sad though that famous people that are in the public eye,
Mm-hmm.
many times they die young.
Yeah, there has been quite a few, and it is sad, and a lot of times, a lot of times they do it to themselves. They face unrealistic pressure.
I'm glad I never had any pressure.
You know, it's, yeah.
Let me tell you, Vicky and Paula both took me to the doctor last Wednesday or last Tuesday.
Right.
And they took me out to eat. Vicky had some coupons at Logan's.
Oh yeah, didn't you get noticed by somebody there, Papa? I just found this out
A man
yesterday.
went to the bathroom and he's coming back by us. I never saw the man before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped at our table and he said, "Is your name Albert?" I looked at that man and I thought, well, where did I ever see you? And I said, finally I said, well, yes, but who are you? But he lived in Dunlap up on the mountain out there from Dunlap, and he said,
wow.
I watched you in your show.
That happened to me in Chattanooga a couple of times. One time they were from North Georgia, but I remember telling you about it but they were looking at me, but I thought somebody was behind me or something, you know, because they just kept looking at me, and finally they told me. And once again, same thing, I had no clue who these people were.
He told me, I said, who are you? And he gave me his name. All right, I want to talk to you about the weather.
The weather is depressing today, I tell you.
When people go to the funeral home, most of the time they talk about the weather.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
People don't
break the ice,
people don't want to talk about death.
Right, most people don't.
No,
now, some do, but yeah, most don't.
Okay, you have hurricanes, you have typhoons, and you have cyclones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to tell you the difference. Hurricanes are named from Hurricane,
Uh-huh.
and that is the Mayan name for the god of evil.
Mm.
And
I didn't know that.
they believe that Hurricane was a wicked serpent, and his breath could flatten trees and wipe out cities. And that's just about what a hurricane
That's
is.
what hurricanes do.
In the Pacific Northwest, that
It's a typhoon.
It's a typhoon. Same weather system.
Crazy, ain't it?
It means a big wind.
Mm-hmm.
And then the word for cyclone comes from Greek, and it's from the word coil,
Mm-hmm.
and it describes the way a hurricane's wind will coil around the low pressure system, and that's the reason they call hurricane cyclone.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that one.
So the mother of all hurricanes is the sun.
No.
Hurricanes are born when a unique set of circumstances come together at exactly the right time. The sun must be at a large area of the tropical ocean where the water temperature is 80 degrees,
Yeah.
and it has to go down 150 feet deep before a hurricane can be formed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
And
none of
the
that
winds coming from different directions have to converge on that spot
either. Oh,
to make it rise up out of the ocean.
man.
And as the warm air rises, it meets cold air from above,
Mm-hmm.
and the moisture in the air condenses and turns into heavy rain.
Yeah. Boy, it does, don't it?
So it's pumped back into the air mass, and it gets faster. But anyway, that's where we get hurricanes. And the result is a weather
devastating.
system that continues to grow as long as the sun and the ocean keep on feeding the energy.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
the rotation of the earth has something to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
One advantage on living on the earth, you get to go around the sun once every year. Now,
But you don't even know it.
in the last 30 years,
Yeah.
hurricane damage
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
and loss of life has been a factor that has caused meteorologists to change their method of keeping up when tracking hurricanes so that people can be aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, hundreds of people get killed every year from hurricanes.
Oh, yeah. They're scary, too.
I wouldn't want to live on an island.
No, that's why, right there. Hurricanes.
All right.
No, no way.
I want to tell you about wine.
Okay. Well, should have bought me a bottle of wine today.
Victor Hugo said this. Victor Hugo.
Is that a famous person?
He's a famous writer.
Okay.
He was an aristocrat too, but he said God only made water. Man made wine.
Oh,
God didn't make wine.
right.
Jesus made water into wine at the wedding
He
feast.
turned water into wine.
He turned water into
Jesus did, yeah.
In the Bible, you have 66 books. Only the book of Jonah does not mention wine. 65 books in the Bible has the word wine in it.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either,
Wow.
but I learned that.
Kudos to these research departments.
Let me tell you something. It takes a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
to come up with the things that I come up with. You may think
I know.
they come off the top of my head. They don't.
No.
All right. Time for some jokes.
That's right. Gotta have some jokes.
Emily Hale brought this to me this week.
Did she?
Came from Reader's Digest. She brought me some deviled eggs.
Well, I never get the phone call from you that you're gonna share. Hint.
A job interviewer asked me where I wanted to be in 5 years.
Okay.
I said, ideally, I'd like to be suspended with pay.
He ain't gonna get hired then.
I thought that was pretty cute.
It is funny. That would probably be the end of that interview, wouldn't it?
I'd say you pass out of the way. But you know, when I went for my first job interview, when I got married in 1953, we went to Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
And the first, and my cousin Bobby Painter had me a list of places to take me to try to get a job. The first place he gave me was National Cash Register. So I went for the job interview, and Bobby had to go to work. He told a 16-year-old cook in a restaurant, in a hotel, to take me. And I never had met that boy in my life. He took me to this job interview, and he helped me fill out my form. So when I got through filling the form out, I took it and turned it in. There's a line of people. Everybody wanted to work at National Cash Register.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 people immediately in front of me, I heard the man say to them, "Don't call us, we'll call you."
Oh.
So when I got up there, I expected to hear the same thing.
Yeah.
He read my interview form, and he never did look up at me. He said, "Would you be willing to work at night?"
Never even look up.
I didn't think about it. I just said, "Well, yes." He said, "Step this way." I went to work the next day.
Dang.
Went to work the next day. $1.66 an hour in 1953. You know how much the minimum wage was here in Pikeville?
A nickel.
75 cents. 75 cents an hour.
God.
The man,
Yeah, but everything was dirt cheap, though.
the man that owned this business right here where we are,
Lee's flooring.
offered me a job. His name was Dennis Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He offered me a job before I left to go to Dayton, Ohio. He heard I got married.
Oh, okay.
He came to see me and asked me if I would come to work for him.
Before you went to Ohio.
Before I went to Dayton, Ohio. And he offered me $18 a week. I'll never forget that.
It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's
Listen to
unreal.
this one. It was the usual busy day at our bank. A woman came up to the customer service and demanded, "What do I have to do to change the address on my account?" Move.
That's a good way to tell.
Just move. Now, we were talking about the Garden of Eden a while ago.
Yeah.
The forbidden fruit. Adam
Forbidden
and
fruit.
Eve are having a conversation. And Eve says to Adam, "Do you love me?" Adam says, "Do I have a choice?"
Yeah. He didn't have much of a choice, did he?
"Do I love you?" For Christmas, I gave my kid a BB gun. Casey came down to the house the other night.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Where's your BB gun?" I said, "It's right there by the door." She picked it up, and I had an empty bottle on the counter because you can't put your bottles loose in the garbage can anymore. You have to put them in a bag.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of bottles up there. She said, "Can I have one of these?" I said, "Well, yeah." She took it outside and shot a BB gun in.
No, did you?
For Christmas, I gave my kid a BB gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he gave me? He gave me a sweater with a bullseye on the back of it.
Have me take that BB gun away real quick.
A fellow teacher, not me, a fellow teacher assigned his 4th grade students to write a sentence for the following phrases. Sam always works quietly. Sam is polite to the teacher. Sam always does his homework. So the student's topic sentence was, "I hate Sam."
I'd say so.
That's a perfect student.
Exactly. I'd say Sam got beat up a lot.
When I was a substitute teacher, I quit after 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was teaching the 7th grade, and the teachers that asked me to teach always had an assignment for me to pass on because I'm no teacher.
Right.
And so I assigned the class the assignment the teacher gave me. In the classroom, there is 2 girls that were seated on the wall, and both of them had their books, and they immediately started the assignment. A boy was sitting between them. The boy had no book. The boy just talked to one girl, and then he talked to the other girl, and I watched him. And finally, I walked over to him and I said, "Son, do you think you're going to get by with this all the way through school?" And he said, "Yes." He was honest.
At least he was honest.
But he sneered at me when he said that.
He what?
He sneered at me. He said, "Yes."
Oh, okay. He was just being
Okay.
getting a little attitude, I guess. He got caught red-handed cheating. Why?
I can remember some students in the class with me that got passed on because they were not capable of doing the assignments. They did not have the wherewithal to do the assignments. So instead of keeping them, they just passed them on. After a while, they dropped out of school.
Right, yeah. That's tough.
So now I think there is a section where you go to where you are handicapped.
Probably so. Yeah, I believe so.
I've been a substitute teacher for a section like that in middle school and also one in high school.
Yeah, there is.
I'm glad.
And that's good. That's good.
This teenager was in my boutique for at least an hour, choosing the perfect dress for a party. But the next day she came back with the same outfit and she said, "Can I exchange this for something else?" And I said, "Well, why? You seem to like it." She said, "My parents liked it."
Can't be having that now. That's so true.
How much time have I got?
Tell a couple more. 2 more, Papa, if you got them.
Inspirational speaker Dr. Wayne Dyer still remembers the card that his kids gave him for his 64th birthday.
He remembers it. Okay.
The inside of the card said, "Inside is a message from God."
Okay.
So he was pleased that they appreciated his work. So opened it and said, "See you soon."
He's ready to knock their head off after that.
This is the last one. We had a satellite dish installed on our roof, and my 22-year-old son was trying to teach me how to operate the remote control. I can operate a remote control. No big deal.
And you're just kind of complicated.
Since I am not the most technological savvy person,
Right.
it was not going well. So my 22-year-old son, after repeating the instructions on how to use that remote control, he said, "I could do a better job if you were 12.
That's so true.
Yes, it's true.
It is. It just is.
The reason why an 88-year-old man has trouble getting technologically savvy versus a 12-year-old, that 12-year-old does not have a mind cluttered with all the things that were already there.
Yeah.
He's open to be instructed.
True, and they learn it at such an early age now, too. That benefits them as well.
I've been told by people smarter than myself that what you learn the first 5 or 6 years of your life will be percentage-wise more than you'll ever learn the rest of your life.
I did not know that. That makes
sense. Can you imagine all the
That's
things
crazy.
you got? The hardest thing me to
crazy.
learn to do was tie a shoe.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't easy at first, that's for sure.
But I
You gotta learn how to ride a bike, all that good stuff. How to swim.
I finally learned how to tie a shoe.
Yeah, it is aggravating at first. Now that I think about it, yeah, that was pretty good. The last 2 were real good, but they were all good though. Well, next week we will have some guests on here, and they're going to be telling us about an upcoming trip that they're taking and what it's about and everything. It'll be Michelle Raines and a group of kids from the high school that are going on this trip to Dallas. So they'll be here to explain all that on our next episode. They'll be here next week, so be sure to tune in for that, folks. That'll be a good one.
Let me tell you, those of you that are listening and watching, Michelle Raines, in the work that she does, is an invaluable person.
Yeah.
She is a tremendous asset to our school system, and I'm sure she does not get accolades the way that she deserves them. But I'm going to put in a vote for her to be one of the highest acclaimed teachers in our school system.
Well, I sure appreciate that, Papa.
She might not remember me, but I remember her very well.
I'm pretty sure she remembers you, Papa.
She got no reason to remember me, but I remember her.
Well, she does. She does.
How do you know?
Because I know her. That's why. Because I know. That's all you need to know.
You know.
We're saying no a lot. You're saying no a lot, you know. But anyway, she'll be here next week.
Good deal.
So let's ask her. How about that? I know what the answer will be, though. But she'll be here next week and talking about the latest, going on down there. And she's going to be telling us about the trip that they're going to be taking. So
you're going to Dallas, Texas?
They're going to Dallas, yeah. A group of, I think 5, maybe, Ethan, something like that. I think I'm close on the number there. Texas, and they'll be here with her, and we'll get to hear all about that and see what they're getting into. So that'll be next week. So
you ever been to Texas?
I've been to Dallas.
Big place.
Very big, very big. You're right about that.
I've heard the pastor of Dallas First Baptist Church many years ago. I've heard him in person.
Okay, yeah.
Wally Amos Criswell.
Dallas, is a big place. I tell you, nothing's like New York City.
You've been there too?
I had to drive, and I had to drive there. So that's crazy. Is all I can say. Too bad a camera wasn't filming me that day.
Carolyn said you could buy a hot dog while you're in the car.
Yeah, no, the food's great. Food's great.
But off the street,
yes,
the vendors selling hot dogs on the street, and you're in your car.
Yes. But it's so. It's just, it's crazy. Different world.
Different world.
Felt like I was playing bumper cars, I'm telling you. But anyway, that's it for this episode of the Albert and Billy Show. We'll have also next week some updates for you on the Lady Warriors as they get set to host some region games next week as they continue their undefeated season. And they are ranked number 2 in the state, so we want to congratulate the Lady Warriors, having another great year. So we'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a great week. So long, folks.
See you later.
Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.